Hi Soul Fam, welcome back to this channel where we do tarot card readings every single Monday. If we haven't met, I am Frances. I am your tarot card reader, your Reiki master energy healer, and I work with people in obviously a collective setting and also one-on-one all over the world. So if you ever feel called to work together, I would love to connect with you in a one-on-one session. But for today, let's focus on this beautiful community we have created here. As always, we are working with the Four Noble Tarot deck, which comes with the deck and a guidebook. And this is available for purchase in the description box below. I created this deck a few years ago now, and it is just still such a special, magical, beautiful experience that I'm so grateful to share with so many of you in, again, this capacity, but also if you work with this in a one-on-one setting. So I'm just very grateful for all of you. Let's go ahead and dive in. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And when something resonates with you, hit that thumbs up button. All right. Working in the light and highest for everyone here's greatest good and deepest understanding at this time. Keeping my energy on, cleansed and protected, and theirs as well. Welcoming in my spiritual team. And each and every person who is here, welcoming their team forward. Beautiful. Okay, so they're saying acknowledge, acknowledge, acknowledge. Understood. They're asking me to acknowledge that for myself and for many people that I have shared that with, and therefore I imagine many of you, it has been an intense couple weeks personally. And last weekend was a doozy in my life. Everything is fine. Like nothing crazy happened. It's just like little things compiling over time where I just was like, oh my gosh. Now looking back, I'm realizing so I always feel celestial, like astrological events in the shadow period. So usually just before and then sometimes after, sometimes I don't afterwards. But I learned that Mercury went retrograde yesterday. So I'm like, ooh, that makes sense that all these little things. For example, I was getting a stain out of my daughter's clothes and I put it in the bathroom sink and like turned the water on and forgot to turn the water off. So I flooded the entire bathroom and it was like water was leaking into the hallway. Then I bought two of the same item and I was like using one in the car, and then I went to get gas and I thought I was throwing away the item that I opened, but actually I threw away the brand new one. So I like got home to take the new one in the house, and then I was like, oh my God, I threw away the unopened item. And it was just like money in the trash. And I was like, okay, great. Then we've had just like timing stuff and my baby's sleep schedule, and that's not her fault, poor thing. Like she's teething and it's hot and all kinds of stuff. But just like these little things that you're like, okay, it's okay. You know what? I can get through this. Okay, it's okay. I can get through this. And then eventually you're just like, you know what? This is hard. So if you've been in that too, I just want you to know you're not alone. I know that doesn't make your experience easier, but I do find sometimes it's just like, okay, there's something in the air, but we're going to get through it. Okay. So I just wanted to start with that. Now, that was our acknowledgement. Thank you, team. Let's pull on how to move through this and or what we need to know this week. Okay. We had our new moon yesterday, so beautiful energy to be in to really start, turning a new leaf. Okay. Starting with one card. Beautiful. Ooh. Okay. Six of Pentacles. This is the card of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. How can you receive help? Where can you receive help? Where can you allow for help to come in? Where can you allow for I can do it all myself, to surrender so that you can make space to receive? This might be help from friends or family. This might be help from a healer, a therapist, a podcast, a book. this might be help from hiring someone, hiring a house cleaner, hiring childcare. Pentacles are about finances and logic. So right now, this card is coming in where it's like, if you do have the resources to invest in something that's going to help you, please do that. If you need, support in the mental brain, like in your mental health rather, let people help you. Again, therapist, healer, or someone helping you, taking something off your plate so you have more space in the brain and in the heart and in the energy. Okay? If you are feeling like, you know what, I'm actually kind of feeling really good right now, you're the person that needs to help someone else who is like, I'm just hanging on by a thread. So see where you are, and maybe you're a bit of both. Maybe that'll change throughout the week. Like some days you're feeling great and you can offer support to someone else. Some days you're just like, I really need someone to help me. But Six of Pentacles is the giving and the receiving of energy. And right now, this card is really highlighting that you in your beautiful heart have been giving, 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 and it's time now to receive. So please identify where you need to receive and how you're going to receive, asking for what you need, and then actually accepting the help. Okay? Okay. Understood. Okay. Anything else this week? Okay, this I was hearing is for the heart. So for your emotional self. This is for your mental self, your day-to-day, the tangible things, the nitty-gritty. Now for your heart, your emotions, kind of like the softer version of you. Okay, so how to tend to the heart and the feelings this week. Ooh, okay, Knight of Wands. We've got this card recently. And Three of Cups. Okay, so Knight of Wands. This is the card of taking things one step at a time. So really practicing presence, and I'm also hearing gratitude. Knight of Wands is reminding you rather, you don't have to do it all at once. Trying to like get things done or get through things. Number one, that is not a nice energy to be in. Number two, if you're trying to get through something, that is actually highlighting that you're trying to get through it, you're not actually enjoying it. So any area this week where you're like, I just got to get this done, I want you to check in with that and be like, is this something I need to shift the way that I show up in? Is this something that I can not do completely? Maybe I can offload that, Six of Pentacles. Or is this something that is part of my day-to-day, but maybe that I can invite more playfulness into or more presence into, such as like doing the dishes or putting the laundry away. Maybe you want to listen to a podcast. Maybe you want to put on some music. Maybe you want to watch a show while you're doing those things. It's not to take you out of your presence, but it's to invite something joyful into that thing so that you can actually not dread it and therefore be able to be present whilst doing it. Okay, so that's step one in Knight of Wands. Pay attention to anything that you feel like, I just want to get this done. That is showing you that something, that the energy is off in that thing, and either it needs to be shifted, play needs to be invited into it, or it needs to be cut off completely or changed completely. So think about that and what that looks like to you. Or even your mindset around it needs to change. So maybe it's like, oh, I have to do this thing. And you're like, well, I want the result of that thing. So what is it that is making me feel like I don't want to show up to do it? And how can I change that? Okay. Second piece of Knight of Wands is a reminder to practice presence. When we are present in anything we're doing, we are able to find more enjoyment in it. Because if we are not present and we're like, oh, and later we have to do that, and oh shoot, I forgot to do that thing, and then I have to do this, we're completely missing out on the joy that is available to us right now, or on the knowledge that is available to us right now, or on the like productivity that's available to us right now, because we're constantly out. We're constantly sending our energy to something elsewhere. And so we're missing out on the current. So in order to tend to the heart and feel more joyful and happy and even just contentment, peace in the heart, We have to practice presence. I am safe to be where I am right now. Be here now. I am safe to be where I am right now. Be here now. All that I have to do is what I'm doing right now. Some ways that you might like to create a space so that you can be present is through scheduling or planning or list making. So knowing like, okay, I have everything on the list so I don't have to stress about, oh, I can't forget because it's written down. Or, oh, I actually can be present right now because I know that at 2 p.m. that's going to get done, right? So that could be a way to implement this. But if nothing else, be here now. This is what I'm doing now is all I need to be doing now. I am safe to be here now. Okay, so presence, and then that second piece of, or the first piece rather, of if I'm feeling like I have to rush through something, what needs to change or shift completely in that. Okay, second piece for the heart. Love this card for us. It's like a little vacation. 3 of Cups. This is the card of enjoyment. I often equate 3 of Cups to a girls' weekend or a friend's weekend, where it's like you go, no responsibilities, nothing to do. Like you're staying at a hotel, someone is taking care of the room for you. You can, get room service. You don't have to do dishes. You can just laugh and play and enjoy and be silly. That's the energy this week. So where can you invite 3 of Cups energy this week to tend to the heart? I want you planning and scheduling, like get it on the calendar, something fun. This could be a dance class. This could be a workout class. This could be going for a walk. This could be lunch with a friend. This could be time on the TV to watch that show you've been wanting to catch up on. Time on the couch to watch the show that you've been wanting to catch up on. This could be rearranging your closet. This could be anything that makes you feel joyful and playful and giggly and full of like giddy energy. That's this week. I'm just listening. There's 2 groups here. So for some of you, it's going to be, I need to schedule this time so that I can have it. For some of you, it might be, I'm going to schedule this time so I can have it, and I'm going to take this one step further and see where I can integrate this energy into my day-to-day life. So essentially, it sounds so simple. Where can I invite in more laughter and play and the softening of my heart so that I can be more present, so that each moment doesn't feel like I'm drudging through it, so that I can see the wonder in the world around me, okay? This 3 of Cups card is challenging you to let your walls down, to soften. If you love someone's skirt, compliment them on it. If you look at your partner and you're like, wow, you look really handsome or beautiful right now, compliment them on that. If you feel like giving someone a hug, give them a hug. If you feel like something was so funny, don't just giggle, laugh, right? Letting yourself be in full expression of joy and of humor and of beauty and of connection. You'll find when you think about this card that we limit ourselves so often there. And this week, we're being asked to let ourselves crack open and not keep those walls up, even though things feel really hard, even though things feel really sticky. We don't have to stay in the bad mood all day. If something funny happens, let that crack you. Let it break you open. I'm literally seeing like butterflies coming out of the heart, right? It's like, I've been holding on and today sucks and everything's hard. No. And then it's like, wait, that was really funny. Like, I don't have to hold on to that closeness. I can just giggle and laugh at that funny thing. I can let my partner hug me. I can, whatever it is, and just let myself move on and be in the present moment of the joy that's trying to flow in, or the joy that I get to choose to create, and be present in that instead of staying stuck in the hardship and the stickiness and the whatever else that has been. My whole brain is just like, and your teams are like, it can be that easy. It can be that easy, right? Now, of course, sometimes it's easier than others, but if we just allow the softening, we will soften. Life will soften. Flow will come. The rigidity will ease, okay? So I feel that this is complete this week. Again, we had this beautiful new moon, which also I was thinking back, we pulled the moon card last week. I was like, that was a cute little wink as our new moon is coming, because there was a lot of change last week. If you didn't take some time to do the journal prompt, or they weren't spoken as journal prompts, but they were like questions that team were asking, and you could use them as journal prompts for sure. If you feel called to do that, please go back and see what those are. The things, the sorry, words today, the prompts or questions or channeled, thoughts came through around the moon card, which was the second card pulled. So you can go back and receive those. That might help you actually move through some of what needs attention here. So I encourage you to do that work if you haven't already. And then this week, we are focusing on the giving and receiving of energy. For most of you, it's going to be, where can I receive? Again, the softening, the letting the walls down, the welcoming in, presence. If I'm feeling like I'm rushing through things, how can I shift, adjust, change those? And then joyfulness, creating joy and play, time for that in your life. And if you want that bonus work, where can you invite that into more areas? This is not bypassing heavy feelings, because it's important, if you are feeling something heavy, that you are practicing presence with that emotion, letting yourself be in that. And after you've expressed it, after you've moved through it, after you've healed it or done the problem solving that needs to be done, then being like, okay, now that is complete and I can soften and open my heart again. Okay. So it's a lot to work on. I know it's just kind of a few pieces of guidance, but actually this is not, it's so simple, but it's not always easy. Okay, so I want to leave it at that this week. I'm sending you so much love, such a big hug. Please accept it. Let that heart soften and accept this hug. If you feel called to donate, I will leave my PayPal donation link in the description box below. Thank you so much for your generosity there. It really means the world to me. Every penny is so well received, and I see your name and I send you the biggest virtual hug and all the good vibes. So thank you. If you receive something from this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and share with a friend who you think would receive something from it. I'm sending so much love to you, and I will see you again soon.